Brick Mansions is directed by the editor of Transporter 3, Columbiana, and Taken 2. Brick Mansions stars Paul Walker, David Belle, and RZA. And what this movie's about is an undercover cop and an ex-con who team up to infiltrate this area of Detroit that's incredibly crime-filled, known as Brick Mansions, because RZA has a rocket that he is going to launch and just blow up everything. The one guy's extremely good at parkour. He's jumping all around like the guy in the beginning of Casino Royale. Remember that scene that was so awesome? Paul Walker is an undercover cop who's extremely good at not being shot by a whole bunch of bullets. So they team up to get this done. And I was really hoping this would be a good movie because despite the fact that the public's view of Paul Walker as an actor isn't extremely high, I really did like that man and I feel terrible about what happened to him, and I was really hoping this would be a very good epitaph to him. Even when he unfortunately passed away, he was leaving a charity event. I mean, that guy tried to do so many great things and everything I ever heard about him was awesome. Unfortunately, this movie is not awesome. Brick Mansions is a film that, as I said in my intro, is directed by somebody who makes action look like shit. This is a remake of the original film called District 13 that was directed by the man who went on to helm the very first Taken film. And it actually has the same actor in it, David Belle, who does all the stunts himself. And he's so good at it. He's very convincing with the stunt work, except the way this film is actually filmed and the way it's cut together is so frenetic that you can't actually tell what's happening sometimes. It just seems like this really fast body blurs by and kicks somebody in the face. And the sad thing is I know these guys are doing incredible stunts. And if they would just film it in a way that was equally incredible, this movie could have been a fun, stupid action movie. Instead, it is a stupid, unintentional comedy. Halfway through this movie, my friend and I just looked at each other and we were like, oh man. RZA is not intimidating in any way as the villain. He's actually kind of laughable in this movie. The majority of his dialogue is very poorly delivered, and most of the people in this movie actually have a hard time with the English language. The main guy, David Belle, you can tell that almost all of his lines, if not all of them, are audio dubbed because they rarely ever show more than a second or two of him actually speaking close up, because you can just tell like everything he says is audio dubbed because his English probably wasn't perfected. And it's funny because there's a line in the trailer where Paul Walker looks at him and says, "Who taught you how to speak English?" That line was not in the movie. And I have a feeling that originally they were just going to use his actual voice and Paul Walker was going to make that joke. And they were like, you know what, let's just audio dub all of his lines to sound like perfect English and we'll cut that joke out of the movie, because that's what they did. But the central story of this film is so cheesy, with this rocket being launched and they have to stop it. And like everyone has incredible technology. Like they hold up an iPad and they're like, look at this satellite imagery. Whoosh, whoosh. And it's like just zooms in perfectly with like this computerized look. It's like that fake movie technology that no one would ever have on their iPad. There's a moment in this movie where Paul Walker and David Belle get captured, and the guy who captures them looks at the guard and says, "These people are worth more than your life. Whatever you do, they must not die." 2 seconds later, when they escape, everyone just starts shooting at them. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And then all of a sudden, Paul Walker's character is able to do all these backflips and side flips where it's like, wait a second, he's not the parkour guy. Like, they make it very clear in the movie that Paul Walker is in awe at this guy's parkour capabilities. And all of a sudden, Paul Walker is like doing side flips and doing backflips and everything. And it's like, wow, you are a very good undercover cop. Unfortunately, this movie is actually laughably bad. The story is stupid. The technology is like non-existent on Earth, and if it is existent, it's like in NASA, not on somebody's iPad. The action is filmed and edited extremely unconvincingly with terrible choppy quick cut shots. When you have actors who are doing awesome stunts but you're not filming it in a way that showcases that, you're just making this mind-numbingly violent movie that will just kind of make audience members laugh. When you have a woman who's dressed like a stripper, another woman swinging a chain, and all that slow motion like in Legend of Hercules, where it's like slow, yeah, wow, like that's the kind of slow motion, fast motion stuff that is all throughout this movie. This guy has no style of his own. It just seems like a copy off of current day action trends that suck. I'm gonna give Brick Mansions a D. Let me know what you guys think if you do see this movie, or what you thought of the original or its sequel. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.